ensure the democratic ethos are maintained within the larger Nigerian society? That is the question people are asking.
Ibrahim Momo is a political analyst. He spoke with me from the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Born in Teshi, in the Ghanaian capital, Accra, Warrant Officer Joseph Ashitey Hammond fought in the Second World War. He was a mechanical engineer who served in the British Army under the West African Frontier Force 82nd Division. Upon his return to then Gold Coast after the war, he was among the soldiers who demanded payment from the British for their services following promises by the colonial power. Ashitey Hammond was an eyewitness to the tragic shooting on February 8, 1948, that led to the deaths of leaders of the protest. The tragedy led to popular demands for independence. His legacy of service was internationally recognized when Ashitey Hammond received the prestigious Point of Light Award from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II for his humanitarian efforts. For more about his life, I reached Warrant Officer Joseph Ashitey Hammond.
We were attached to the 3rd Infantry Battalion. We were mechanics, 10 of us. Myself, Hammond, Ibio, Kain, and Koranten, the 3 of us were sent to 3rd Infantry Battalion. So we were attached to them, but what used to happen, we were mechanics co-infantrymen. Because when the enemy attacks, you have to defend yourself. We have to fight as an infantryman. But when there is no war, no fighting, we continue our repelling the American jeeps.
You were part of the protest and a witness of the 28th February 1948 shooting in Ghana, which led as part of the effort to gain independence. Briefly, how was your experience?
You see, when we returned from Burma during the war, 1945, they promised heaven, the British government here, promised so many things, accommodation, increase of salary, and so forth. So we were patient. We waited patiently from 46, when we were discharged, 47, 48. We waited patiently to see if something could be done for us. They disappointed us completely. A lot of my colleagues even back in the streets. It was our situation was so deplorable. Our life was so deplorable. So we decided that if you don't act, they will not give you. So we decided to act. So we wrote a petition to the governor to consider our deplorable situation. On the way, the police, colonial police, intercepted the vigilance. We were highly trained, and just from the war, we were not carrying arms. We were 210. And they asked us where we were going. We said we were sending a petition to the governor, Gerald Christie. Instead of listening to us, so we decided that, okay, we will select 10 men. It's policemen, you should give us guide to the castle. Just hand over the petition to the governor. Finish, then we come back. Still, he was adamant. He didn't want to do it. He wanted us to give him the letter. But our leader, Sergeant Jete, refused that the letter was addressed to the governor, not him. So we won't hand over the letter. Instead of actually accepting our advice, he gave the instructions, shoot 3 times. The man didn't do it. He was highly pissed. And he grabbed the gun himself. And then the first man that he shot was Private Odate Lamte at the front line. When he shot him, I was standing in the second line. I saw behind Sergeant Jete. I saw Atipo move.
So how do you feel as part of those who put pressure on the previous administration for Ghana to gain independence?
Actually, when this thing happened, there was pandemonium and confusion. So we all marched to the central business center, Accra. In front of the post office, there was a roundabout there. We all gathered there. 80% of us, 20% went to Osu Town to just few, but 80% to Accra. Any white man that we saw with a vehicle, we will stop him, we won't kill him, we will just grab him, throw him away, and then we turn the car upside down, and then we put these matches in the tank. It will start burning all these things. Actually, I was among myself. I took part in the burning of the cars.
You have a foundation.
Yeah.
Your foundation has been fighting for the welfare of veterans and national development. Briefly tell me how your foundation is moving on so far.
You have asked a very sensible question. You see, when I returned from the war, I felt that my hands were full of blood because I fought in Butidon, Mayong, Bakoku, Mabu, and Kindongi. Ferocious fighting. And God saved me. I didn't die, and I came back home. Now, I feel that I must do something. So I established this foundation, Hammond Foundation, for peace now, not for war. So we have been giving, like philanthropists, we have been giving help to other people. We also, whoever approaches, and we try to do everything to help them, those downtrodden, to give them help. We have projects. We are building hospitals, helping fishermen, and so many things, and education also.
Warrant Officer Joseph Ashitey Hammond is Ghanaian who fought in the Second World War. He spoke with me from the capital, Accra. The Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations has bid farewell to the representatives from Caribbean member states. This after describing them as, quote, a powerhouse within the Commonwealth.